A pardoned former Las Vegas City Councilwoman says she is, quote, fighting for her life after she is suspended from her current elected role in Nye County. We first brought you this update last night on Fox 5 News. The Pahrump Justice of the Peace, Michele Fiore, was suspended with pay. She was found guilty of pocketing donations to build a police officer's memorial fund and was suspended until President Trump pardoned her last month. Fiore today releasing the statement saying that her attorney has filed an appeal. She says, quote, I have remained compliant, silent, and respectful, giving them every opportunity to follow the law, but this order confirms what many suspected. Their actions are not about ethics or justice, but about retribution and control.